Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Walker.
Room here to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The Seahawks had 12 and 3 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke.
Throw to Eskridge, complete on the out route.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
They're going to try and run. And he will get in to make it 8-0.
And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number two?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
On second down, a run with Hall. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On third down, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. To throw is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the first down.
To throw again is Jackson. Got a man. It's Barrios complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got it. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jets have cut the lead back down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Watch the screen. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go, defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Here's Berrios.
Very good return that time. 18 yards.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Check 43. 57's Mike. Mike 57. It's a party now.
They're going to run this with a tight end.
And he stopped immediately there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 8. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Switch it, Tim, switch it. Check, crunch. Check it back. Kill.
On play action, lock. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Man open, it's Goodwin. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run this with Homer. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Again, it's Homer. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Penny will try to punch it in, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Straight ahead, Walker. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, 42 yards. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a two-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And going right back to Walker. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
From midfield, here's Locke. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, 50 yards.
And the Seahawks are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And certainly starting to appear that they might finally be about to suffer that first loss of the season. What a heck of a run through 3 months, though, but they trail big here.
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, You may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big 2nd half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.